Yo, what is going on, casuals? And today I am back with another video. I'm just giving my reaction to the entirety of the Abu Dhabi Ankalaev versus Guskov card. Everyone already gave their reactions already. I'm just gonna go through, give mine. I didn't want to give mine immediately. Just didn't really want to. I like giving mine the day after to give a really kind of let it simmer and give my like real full thoughts on it. So let's just go through the entire card, starting from Cody Gibson versus Abdul Hussein. This fight kind of went how I expected it, except round one was a little bit more tricky for uh, Hussein than I thought. I thought it was going to be complete domination from start to finish, but it pretty much was. Cody Gibson gave him some trouble early with the pressure and the striking, and he was able to get him down real early, but the pace that Gibson put gassed him out really quickly. In that second and third round, Cody Gibson just had nothing. Abdul Hussein dropped him bad in the second round, just kind of dominated him, was able to scramble better in these positions, and eventually got him with the arm triangle in round three after just continuing to dominate him. Uh, Great debut from Abdul Hussein. Great win. He looked good. A very skilled grappler, pretty good on the feet as well, it seems. Had some trouble, but overall was able to dispatch Cody Gibson with ease. Not really like it wasn't expected. He should be dispatching someone like Cody Gibson very easily. It shouldn't be a struggle for him, but yeah, great fight. Good performance from Abdul Hussein. Got that one right. Next up, Ankalaev versus Mike Davis. This was a good one. No, this wasn't a good one at all. This fight was boring. This fight sucked. Okay. Ankalaev, I'll give him credit where credit's due. He's a very dominant grappler. Okay, he's very dominant. All right, he's very strong. He's very hard to get away from. He's very big, he's very physical, and he's relentless with his takedowns. He is like Khabib in that aspect. The difference between him and Khabib would do like genuine damage on top and fuck people up. Ankalaev is a smudge grappler. He does nothing with his positions. He does nothing with his takedowns. He's so fucking boring to watch. Mike Davis was doing good defensively with his jiu-jitsu on bottom, staying safe and trying to get back to his feet. He was always trying to get back to his feet. He was doing more damage from the bottom positions. I think purely from a damage-based perspective, you could genuinely make an argument for Mike Davis winning this fight just because Nurmagomedov did nothing. Okay? I do not care what Bedtime MMA says of the whole just get up. That's fucking boring. It's fucking boring regardless. Now, I will say, Mike Davis definitely looked significantly smaller than Ankalaev out there. Ankalaev looked about 15 pounds bigger, maybe even 20 pounds bigger. I mean, Mike Davis just didn't look like he had the physicality to compete. Like, it seemed a lot like Mike Davis. Physical conditioning, it was all there. He was able to keep up, wasn't really tired. On the feet, when they would exchange, it seemed like Mike Davis was just a lot cleaner for the moments that they would. But Ankalaev just seemed to be able to out physicality him. After the fight, I like what Mike Davis had to say about it. In his words, he referred to it as gay. He said that's lame as fuck. Ankalaev should be cut. That he's gay. He's lame. And that's a boring style. I agree. That is boring as fuck. It's lame. It is gay. That's not what anybody wants to see in a fight. At least with like Mario Batista, you would get like knees to the thigh, little pitter patter punches. You don't even get that with Ankalaev. Mike Davis on bottom was like landing big elbows. I wish Mike Davis kept going for elbows off bottom while just sacrificing getting back to his feet at some points. Because maybe he could have won the fight that way. But just a really boring performance from Ankalaev. I picked Mike Davis, sure, and I thought he lost, but it's such a boring performance. Literally no entertainment value at all. This guy shouldn't be allowed to just get away with this bullshit, but I guess since he had one performance against Shamrock, where he was able to piece him up, yeah, he's safe. No, he's safe, guys. Boring performance, not impressed in the slightest. Next up, we have Magomed Tuchalov versus Brenson Ribeiro. I thought Magomed Tuchalov was going to destroy Brenson Ribeiro. Not impressed. Another very unimpressive one. Tuchalov seemed like he was kind of lost on the feet against Ribeiro. Ribeiro is one of these guys where he is very explosive, and he did catch Tuchalov and dropped him in that first round, kind of hurt him bad, kept him on notice, and then for the rest of the fight, it was just grappling and takedowns and pitter-pat striking. I mean, really very, very unimpressive performance. Tuchalov, who slimed out Kyle Machado, something Brenson Ribeiro couldn't do. Just seeing him get dropped like this and unable to find the mark even once on Brenson Ribeiro and do that, yeah. Brenson Ribeiro is still coughing, he's still he's either the coughing baby or he's the hydrogen bomb, and you don't know which one he is until the moment it happens. And that's the truth of it. This is always the type of guy who's always going to be a plus 800 underdog in every matchup he's in. And he's still 50-50. He'll win half of them. Very unimpressive performance from Tuchalov. He got the win though, and hey, you got the win in your debut. You're in the UFC. You have that experience now. I expect some growth from him. Unimpressed, but he is also very young in his career, so I expect this to be very good for his growth. So I'm not gonna harp too hard on him. He is very young in his career, so I still have pretty high expectations for him, given that he seems to have decent power and decent hands. Next up, we have Axel Sola versus Ismael Bonfim. Ismael Bonfim is confirmed to be just the worst Bonfim brother. He is just dog shit. I remember when he made his debut against Terrence McKinney and he fucking flying knee KO'd him. I was so hyped. I was so high on him. I was like, this guy's the fucking future of the division. He's so sick. He's so good. And then he goes out there and he gets fucking taken down by Benoit Saint-Denis. But then we figure out Benoit Saint-Denis actually pretty good himself. Ismael Bonfim breaks his arm in the fight, so it's whatever. He broke his arm because he let Bonfim kick him. Bonfim actually is really good. Or not Bonfim. Benoit is actually really good. Maybe we'll see more from him. Gets a win over Vince Pichel. Okay. Fights Nazim Sadikov, looks good. Gets his fucking orbital shattered with a head kick. Oh well, whatever. Fights Chris Padilla. Chris Padilla, he's tagging Chris Padilla up early, rocks him in the first round, gets the first round, and oh, hey, there's Ismael Bonfim, he's looking good. Gasses out, and then Chris Padilla finishes him in round 2. Oh well. Ismael Bonfim comes out, he's like, honestly, my diet and my conditioning just hasn't been good. I switched up my diet. He comes in there, he looks great physically. He shoots takedowns the entire fight, and Axel Sola just beats the shit out of him. Axel Sola beats the shit out of him on top, drops him when they get back to their feet. And the entire time, Ismael Bonfim is doing some like he came out there and he tried to Gabriel Bonfim Max. He tried to Bonfim Max. Axel Sol was able to stuff every takedown, grapple, scramble better than him, and then and he fucking Darce choked him. Bonfim is not good. Ismail Bonfim is not good. Gabriel Bonfim, he is very good. Ismail Bonfim is confirmed to be a flash in the pan. He had a sick debut with a flying EKO, genuine KO of the year contender. Like he was shaping to be the next big thing at lightweight for Brazil, and he's just underwhelmed in almost every capacity. I'm not impressed with him. He's probably getting cut. I mean, he's what 2-5, and he's 1-4 in his last 5. He's 1-4 in his last 5. I mean, just terrible, terrible performances. Sucks to see, because he started out as like the better Bonfim brother, but it's clear that he never was. Moving on, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Sam Patterson. This one, I think, went exactly how everyone expected. Oh, by the way, I picked Tuchelov and I picked Axel. This one went exactly how everyone probably thought it was going to go. Sam Patterson just slimes out Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio made it tough at first. He landed a really hard right hand on Patterson that like wobbled him and really stunned him. Patterson was able to recover well, and then after that, Patterson was kind of putting it on him, stinging him really bad. His jab, his distance management looked great. He is a very, very good fighter. He is very well trained. He stays within himself well. He uses his tools very well. He's got sick power. I think Patterson is honestly one of the better welterweight prospects. I think he's got good grappling. He's got good striking. He's got good power. He's very clean. I mean, honestly, it's one of the more impressive wins of his career. Ever since he moved up to 170, he seems to have it has done him fucking wonders. I remember when he got slimed out by like a single punch from Yanal Ashmouz. And then now Ponzinibbio's landing giant overhand rights and he's tanking them pretty well. I mean, great win from Sam Patterson. Ponzinibbio, older. Unk does not still have it. But Ponzinibbio went out there and he gave it a tough fight for as long as he could. He made it tough. It was no easy task for him. What the fuck is going on? He made it a tough fight for Patterson as long as it lasted, and you can't really ask for much more than that from a guy like Ponzinibbio against a guy like Sam Patterson. So, great win, great performance from Patterson. Sick knockout, brutal knockout. I want to see him fight one more person right outside the top 15 again, and then maybe you give him someone in the top 15 this time. Maybe not a Michael Venom Page who's going to fucking make it boring as shit the entire fight. Great win from Patterson, yeah. Next up, Mohamed Saeed versus Justin Jacoby. This shocked me the most out of anything. Justin Jacoby goes out there and he's like on a win streak, sliming out these prospects. I mean, he slimes out Vitor Petrino bad. Like, he puts him out bad. He fucking slumps Bruno Lopez bad in the first round. He knocks out Julius Walker bad. I see a guy like Mohamed Saeed, who usually on the regional scene just wasn't taking leg kicks very well, seemed very simple in his game. He had some good kicks, but against a guy with a kickboxing background and pedigree like Jacoby, who's as good as he is, and who has had the moments he has had in the octagon, facing the level of competition like Alonzo Menefield, who's still really good, we know. Dominic Reyes. He's faced bigger, longer guys like Kennedy Nzechukwu, Khalil Roundtree, has him at Mirzakhanov. He's faced guys like these before. And seeing him be able to go out there and, perform against those guys in a much better way than he did against Muhammad Saeed. There was no reason for me to believe Muhammad Saeed could do it. But he did. Saeed looked good. He looked very fast. He looked explosive. His striking was on point. He seemed to be having Jacoby hesitant on the feet. Jacoby wasn't letting his hands go at all. He was landing stiff jabs and good jabs, but he wasn't letting his hands go at all. Besides that, and seeing Saeed, like he was stunning him with good shots, like really cracking him with like good right hands. But Jacoby was eating most of them, and I think that was what did Jacoby in. Because eventually, he had eaten some really good combinations, like 1-2-3s, clean on the chin, and a big like a fucking winging overhand from Saeed that like you could hear hit Jacoby in the face clean. Eventually, Saeed times like a good two that actually spins Jacoby's like head around, but Jacoby takes it pretty well. But he follows up with that lead leg high kick. The same one that I said wouldn't work. He follows up with the lead leg high kick super well, and he fucking slumps Jacoby bad against the cage. Well, he doesn't slump him. Okay. He fucking puts Jacoby down bad against the cage. Jacoby pops right up, but he swarms him. He's all over him. Jacoby's super badly hurt. And eventually he gets Jacoby back down again, and the fight's over. Sick performance. Knocking out a guy like Dustin Jacoby in your debut, short notice, I have high hopes for Muhammad Saeed. If he can keep performing like he did, I think I could be a fan of him. Because you don't just knock out Jacoby like that. Jacoby's a really good fighter. I'm not going to be surprised if later this year Jacoby returns. He fights another prospect and he knocks him out cold. Like, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Jacoby is a very good fight. He's very good. But Saeed was explosive, fast, really good with his hands. And my God, that head kick was sick. Very impressive performance. I don't know who I'd like to see him fight. I don't know who I want him to fight yet, but it seems like it was just a very sick performance. So great win for Muhammad Saeed. I don't know what's next for half of these guys, but great win for Muhammad Saeed. Looked good. Very impressive. I can't wait. I actually cannot wait to see what's next for him. Next up, Walter Walker versus Thomas Peterson. That's crazy. Earlier this year, Walter Walker is going to have a fight against Marcin Tybura, and then he gets Thomas Peterson. Walter Walker does it again. Walter Walker, he goes out there. I believe he pulled guard. I can't remember really. But I know they end up on the ground. I can't exactly remember how, but I know they do. And I know eventually he pulls for the heel hook, and as they start like gator rolling around, Thomas Peterson actually gets his knee past the crotch line and he starts escaping it. And Walter Walker's like, what? But Walter Walker's actually, I think he's actually so advanced with his heel hook compared to some of these fat blobs. He spent all of his time developing what to do after if they escape the heel hook. He spent all of his time developing what to do after the heel hook. That the moment Thomas Peterson gets his knee past it, he locks up his leg and keeps it there. Postures up, and he gets his knee stuck in a calf slicer, and he just puts so much pressure on Thomas Peterson's knee, he's forced to tap. Taps him out with a calf slicer. His knee probably seemed like it was about to explode. If I had to guess what that felt like, a guy as big as Walter Walker. I mean, how much does it show his weight right here? Yeah, a 250-pound guy like that, 6'6", I mean, that probably had to have felt like his knee was like on the brink of exploding. So it's very understandable like why he would have tapped. He probably could have like blew up his knee. But very good performance from Walter Walker. He does it again. Walter Walker calls out Herb Dean for letting Alex Pereira get smashed in the back of the head and saying, "I want to hit this guy in the back of the head." Walter Walker, what are we doing, dude? We need you to hit him in the front of the head because we need you to 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 knock some. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Walter Walker, please beat the shit out of Herb Dean, please. Please beat the shit out of Herb Dean. What am I talking about? Beat the shit out of Herb Dean. Please. I actually agree with him. Some people won't, but I agree with him. I think he would slime out Herb Dean, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Herb Dean deserves it. He clearly lets Pereira get smashed in the back of the head like multiple times, and then has the audacity to make a video saying, this little sliver on your spine that Alex Pereira got hit at least 3 times in is the back of the head. So, just so you guys know, like, fuck you, dude. Fuck Herb Dean. Moving on. Abubakar Bagayev versus Sagid Izagakmaev. This fight was so boring. Okay, so boring is a little much. It wasn't super boring, but it wasn't anything crazy for the first for much of the fight. Bagayev kind of outworked Izagakmaev the first 2 rounds, kind of taking him. In the third round, Izagakmaev like actually started like piecing him up. He actually just like he got a burst of energy and he just started fucking walking him down. He started walking him. Like really just letting his hands go. I think he gets him down and he gets like he starts swinging around for submission to submission. I think he ends the round like jumping an armbar or some shit. Ends the fight, but Vagayev just did too much in the first 2 rounds for Isaac Akmaev to recover from, and yeah, that was it. Very unimpressive performance. I got that one wrong. Picked Isaac Akmaev. Should have known better, but hey, it is what it is. Great win for Vagayev. I mean, the experienced fighter, good fighter. Isaac Akmaev hasn't had any easy fights in the UFC yet, but you know, I'm sure he'll get his. I'm sure after this he'll probably get a good matchup that he could win. But Vagayev, great win, great performance. Not a very entertaining fighter, so. But maybe that was just the debut jitters. He's experienced, but you know, I imagine the bright lights finally hitting him after so long in the sport probably got to him a little. So it's whatever. Maybe he'll show something more impressive next. Next up, Rizvan Kuniev versus Tyrell Fortune. This was actually Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Tyrell Fortune did nothing in this fight. Rizvan Kuniev beat the shit out of him. It's simple as that. This fucking dirty roid sheet, fucking sauced up with the super soldier serum, beat the shit out of Tyrell Fortune. He's a roid cheat. We know he's a roid cheat. He's gotten caught before. He's unnaturally fast and explosive for a dude his size. He's super dynamic, landing sick jump knees and whatnot, spinning back kicks to the body. I mean, he's a roid cheat though. He's a roid cheat, and it's not like this is something we can just ignore. He's popped before. He popped against what, like Renan Ferreira for having what, like 6 different tainted supplements or 6 different illegal supplements in his system. He's a roid cheat. I can't respect him in any capacity. I can't. He beat. I mean, sure, like you have a win over Jalton Almeida. That's really good. You pieced up and beat on Tyrell Fortune, who beat someone in the top 10 in his debut. That's very impressive, very good. Had that close fight with Curtis Blades, very impressive, very good. You're still a roid cheat. You're still a roid cheat, and I can't look at you any differently. I don't respect you. I don't have any compassion for you. I mean, you take a guy like John Jones, roid cheat. Simple as that. Brian Ortega, roid cheat. Simple as that. He's done it before. We know he has. Although he's probably not on roids anymore based on how he's been looking. Someone like Anderson Silva, yeah, that he was on roids. He popped. There are plenty of roid cheats. Kuniev, you are one of them. You are a roid cheat. Can't respect it. Next up, Magomed Zainikov versus Damian Repecki. Shepecki. I don't know how the fuck you say these Polish people's names. John Pork gets it done in his debut. Actually, a pretty entertaining fight. He looked sick. His work at distance, in the clinch, his grappling. He's a very impressive guy. Whether you're pushing him against, if you push him against the fence, he's gonna hurt you with something on the way in. He's got sick elbows in the clinch. He's dynamic. His striking at range is good. He's got takedowns of his own. He's genuinely a very impressive fighter. I'm actually quite impressed with. I think he doesn't have much power or finishing ability, but he can hurt his opponents and he can make a fight fun. I don't mind that. He'll talk his shit too. He fucking called out Ilya Taporia after the fight, talking shit because Repecki is part of the Taporia team, and John Pork is part of the what's it called? He's part of the Khabib team. We know. So very impressive performance. He talks his shit. He's marketable. He is super marketable. This is a marketable guy. He's got a fun style he'll talk his shit, he'll create damage. He's not just gonna grapple. He's super fun. I think we need to give him like immediately a very fun opponent next. Someone oh man, we need to see. I'll figure that out soon. Who I think he should fight next. A couple of guys, but we need to give him something real fun, real quick. Something to really build his name off of. Something to capitalize on how entertaining he is. But great win from John Bork against a very good opponent in Repecki, 10-0 going into this fight. Had some nasty KO wins himself, shown good grappling, and he was able to stop all the grappling, beat him in the clinch, beat him at range, beat him in the takedowns. He did really good. Very good performance. Can't wait to see what's next. Hell yeah. Next up, Steve Erceg versus Ramazan Tamirov. Again, another dirty roid cheat. A dirty fucking roid cheat. I can't respect you in any capacity. I can't respect you in any capacity. You're a filthy roid cheat. Simple as that. You're a filthy, filthy fucking roid cheat. Tamirov popped against Charles Johnson. Or he popped after Charles Johnson. That fight should have gone overturned because we know he was on roids then. He comes back. Looks exactly the same as he did before popping. Fucking still an explosive little ball of muscle. Who, for some reason, just will not tire out. And honestly, at range, Erceg seemed to be fucking piecing him up. Tamirov just seemed to be struggling to find his range. But he's a fucking little roid freak. He's a little roid freak. Fucking dirty little cheater. I can't respect you at all. I hate that. I hate having little roid cheats like this in the sport. I mean, because Steve Erceg is genuinely just the better fighter. Steve Erceg is just better than Temerov. That is a fact. But Temerov, just being the little freak ball muscle he is, can just swing super fat. And he's super fast. He can swing these super fast, powerful shots for 15 minutes straight without tiring out. And eventually, no matter what, you're going to catch someone like that. And Steve Erceg just got caught. And he got put away. It looked like if he survived, that he could have turned the tides around really quick. But he just couldn't because Temirov's a little fucking freak. Little goblin squirrel fucking ball of muscle. Actual fucking dirty little roid cheat. No fucking honor in this game. No fucking honor, no respect. I don't want to see him win. I don't want to see more from him. I want him cut from the sport. I want him fucking cut from the sport, but it's not gonna happen. So I'll figure out who he should possibly fight next. But the fact that he gets rewarded like this is just fucking infuriating. Little goblin fucking roid cheat. Moving on. Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guskov. This was boring, but I can at least respect Magomed Ankalaev because I know this guy's not a roid cheat. Bogdan Guskov is not a fighter. I lost so much respect for him because before this fight, he would go out in every fight and he would try and finish this. He would try and finish guys. He would go out there, he'd scrap, he'd beat people up against Blachowicz, he fucking beat the piss out of him in that second round. Against Ryan Spann, he fucking slumped him. Against Billy Alakana, he was beating his ass. Like Krylov, he fucking slumped him. Like Guskov before this, he would go out there and he would try and finish fights. And I could respect that, but this fight he didn't do that. He let the fight get away. He just was willing to go to a pitter-pat decision. As long as he lost by decision, he would have been okay with it. But he didn't even do that. He got finished in the 5th round. This fight was so boring as long as it lasted because Ankalaev just wasn't very willing to engage with Guskov at all. Wasn't really willing to have his what's it called? He wasn't really willing to take any risks. But that's usually the Ankalaev style, very within himself, very composed, doesn't overextend himself. In the 5th round, he got Guskov down and he beat the shit out of him. I didn't even see it because I walked out of the room. I literally went to go fucking play games. I wasn't interested in watching that bullshit. I mean, good win from Ankalaev. I'm glad he finished the fight, at least, made it somewhat entertaining. But it was the worst, TKO, the weakest TKO I have ever seen. The weakest TKO I have ever seen. Shouldn't have been stopped to begin with, but to be fair, Bogdan Guskov wasn't doing fucking anything. But you know what? At the end of the day, I have more respect for Bogdan Guskov than I do Ramazan Temerov, because at least Guskov is like a natty fighter. He's got a lot of power, but there's nothing crazy about him. Unlike Temerov, this little fucking goblin roid cheat. But still, regardless, great win from Ankalaev. Good to see. I say good to see, but not really. Not much else you can do with him besides keep him with someone in the top 5, but definitely not the performance you want to see, but at least he got the finish eventually. That's good, but besides that, nah. This is an okay card. There's some real highs. The highs were real highs. The lows, they got real low. But overall, it's a decent card. Nothing terrible. Nothing like too much to complain about. I'm just, I mean, fuck, I'm ready for this already. I'm ready for this already. Uh, 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 uh. Nah, but besides that, good card. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give me your thoughts, your breakdowns on the fight, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.